Pregnant coworker gets her just desserts. So I work at this tiny insurance office that's open 24/7. There's like 12 of us in the actual building and the rest work from home. We rotate shifts and most people are pretty chill about switching when something comes up, except Jill. Jill's been here 10 years and in my 4 years, she has never covered for anyone. Not once. But she asks people constantly, like twice a month minimum. About a year and my brother called me at 11 at night from the ER. Emergency gallbladder surgery scheduled for 9 a.m. I called Jill literally begging her to take my Sunday shift so I could be there. She goes, "Sunday's my only day to sleep in, sorry," and hung up. I missed my brother waking up from surgery. He was low-key hurt I wasn't there, and when I explained why, he just shook his head. Right then I decided if Jill ever asked me for anything, I'd remember that conversation. 7 months ago, Jill got pregnant. Total accident. She was tweaking about it for weeks. Dead ass crying in the bathroom every day. The pregnancy's been rough too. She's nauseous constantly and keeps a trash bin at her desk because she can't always make it to the bathroom in time. Yesterday I was working 7 to 3 and Jill had 7 to 7 because we were short. Around noon she looked bad. Pale, sweating, the whole thing. She went into our boss Kevin's office asking to leave early. Kevin told her she could only go if she found coverage. That's the rule for everyone. She came out looking stressed. Danny was the only other person there and he had to grab his kid at 3. I was literally her only option. She waited until 2:45. Came over to my desk looking miserable. "Hey, I'm really not feeling well. Can you stay until 7 for me?" I'd been waiting 4 years for this. I turned my chair to face her, looked her dead in the eyes, let my gaze drop to her stomach, then back up. A lack of planning on your part doesn't constitute an emergency on my part. Then I just turned back to my screen. Her face dropped. She stood there frozen for like 5 seconds, then walked back to her desk. At 2:50, Kevin came out, walked straight to Jill. "Did you find coverage?" Jill looked at me one more time. I kept typing. She whispered no. Kevin's jaw clenched. "You felt sick at noon. Why wait until now?" He looked right at me. "Did Jill ask you?" The whole office went silent. "Yeah, about 15 minutes ago," I said. Kevin's expression changed completely. 15 minutes before her shift ends? He turned to Jill. "Actually, how many shifts have you covered for other people in the 10 years you've been here?" Jill went pale. Danny called out, "Bro, I've asked her 6 times just this year. 6 no's." Angela added, "She wouldn't cover when my mom had a stroke." Kevin nodded slow like pieces were clicking together. "Go home, Jill. My office Monday at 8. Jill grabbed her stuff, hand over her mouth, and practically ran out. I clocked out at exactly 3. Monday morning, Jill was already in Kevin's office when I got there. Through the glass, I could see her crying, waving her hands around. Kevin just sat there stone-faced, arms crossed. 10 minutes later, the door opened. Jill walked to her desk, grabbed her trash bin, and headed for the exit. Kevin goes, "Jill, remember what we talked about regarding your insurance?" She stopped, just stood there for a full minute, then turned around, walked back, and sat down at her desk. Kevin called everyone over. "Jill's moving to permanent night shift starting tonight, 11 to 7, 4 nights a week. Also implementing a new policy. You have to cover 1 shift in the past 6 months before you can request coverage yourself." After the meeting, Angela whispered that Jill tried to quit right there in the office. Kevin reminded her she's 7 months pregnant, and walking out means losing health insurance immediately. She changed her mind real quick. That night at 11, Jill showed up for her first overnight. She looked absolutely cooked. Trash bin in one hand, Celsius in the other, sat at her new desk in the corner, and didn't talk to anyone. 3 days later, Kevin called a staff meeting, made Jill stand at the front and explain the new reciprocity policy to everyone. She had to tell the whole staff that you need to help people before you can ask for help, that it's about being a team player. Her hands were shaking holding the paper. Voice cracked twice. She didn't look at me once the entire time. Night shift pays less and she lost all her weekends. Those Sunday sleep-ins she wouldn't give up for my brother? Gone. It's been 3 weeks now. She drags herself in every night at 11 looking worse each time. Uses that trash bin minimum twice a shift. Hasn't said a word to me since.